All right, guys, welcome to Lunch Money. Again, my name is Ryan McMorris. I'm your social media brand expert. I'm here to help you get more leads, get more exposure, get more engagement, and ultimately make more sales with less effort in your business, all right? Because when the marketing is done right, people come and they show up pre-sold. So we're going to go over 5 myths, all right? 5 social media myths that will help you out in 2017, will honestly help you out now. Because if you're sitting here like, planning on things to do through the new year and you're not really planning on doing them now, we call you a procrastinator. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put it out there. We call you a procrastinator. Nobody wants to be a procrastinator. So go ahead and start the stuff now. Start practicing the stuff now. So when 2017 comes, you're used to it, you're ready for it, and you're ready to just crush it. That way your goal, you just boom, you just start off. All right, so first things first. Number one myth, okay, that people need to know when using social media over the next 12 and a half months is it's not magic. Okay, I think there's this weird misconception with social media, and people just think that they can pop a few posts on, and people will automatically gravitate towards them. We hear people that, oh hey, I just posted on social media, and the money just started magically rolling in. Okay, this is one of the things that often leads to frustration. Good brands, good entrepreneurs, good business owners, they know they need to be active on social media. However, many typically just can't crack that code to success. Lisa, she says, great, I'm putting together a course on decluttering and need this info to get it out there. Cool, Lisa, if you haven't gone through the social media authority bootcamp, Lisa, then if you're looking for information to put together for a solid course on decluttering organization, there's a lot of that covers in there. So all you gotta do is just hop on toponlinebootcamp.com, go through that, and I'm telling you, feel free to use that information in your course, because it's worked for a lot of our students and clients. So I'm sure it'd be great to share with yours. Anita, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Haven't seen you. What's going down in Australia? All right. So the truth really lies. I mean, in this myth of just thinking that social media is this magic place. A lot of us have found out that it's not this magic place where you can just post. Social media does take work. Okay, truly crushing your goals with social media takes time. Okay, number one, it takes time. Get that. Okay. Number two, it takes strategy. Okay. Number three, it takes a budget. So the first things you do, since to debug this magic myth, one, you've got to decide how much time that you want to take in terms of using social media, in terms of learning your social media, and you've got to determine a budget. Okay, you've got to determine a budget. I've always been told this as soon as I got into business 3 years ago. I was always told, no budget, no business. All right, no budget, no business. So I challenge you to find any brand out there that is huge, that's successful, that's doing the thing, that simply just says, hey, we did social media and we were winging it off a few tweets. It just doesn't happen, right? It just doesn't happen. And if you are lacking that authority, if you're lacking the proper things when it comes down to the time, when it comes down to the strategy, right? The marketing strategy, we talk about this a lot, right? You've got to have a clear marketing strategy. Valerie, what up? You got to have a clear marketing strategy. And what that is how are you going to build your audience? How are you going to engage with your audience? And how are you going to sell to that audience and solve their problems, okay? So remember, guys, you have to understand that success, it takes commitment, it takes consistency, and one of the most important things I think we miss, all right? I think we hear it a lot. It takes commitment, it takes consistency. However, it takes adaptation. All right, you've got to be able to adapt to all the changes in social media. If you missed yesterday's episode of Lunch Money, hop on RyanMcMorris.com. Every episode is there on YouTube and in a full blog post. So make sure if you miss any episodes, just hop on RyanMcMorris.com. They're all there. But you've got to learn how to adjust and adapt. That's probably one of the most important skills that you can develop when it comes to your business. All right, another myth number 2. Okay, myth number 2 is social media ain't free. Social media ain't free. All these people out here acting like social media is free. I'm just going to build my business on Facebook and I'm just going to do it for free. Wrong! Okay? Social media is not free. Write this down. Remember it. You're either going to pay. Okay? You're either going to pay in time or you're either going to pay in money. Which one do you value more? Right? Which one are you most okay with parting with? Because you're going to have to part with one of them. Okay? Eventually, most of us get to the place where we're pretty cool with parting with our money. Right? Here's a reason why people are pretty cool with parting with their money. Because all of us start to understand that money you can make back. Right? You can get money back. You can change things up and you can make more of it, right? There's an unlimited supply of money going on this earth. Did you know that there's enough money circulating on the planet? All right, just our planet. I don't know if you believe in other planets and stuff. Well, there's other planets, of course, but life on other planets. I don't know if they found anything like that. But there's enough money circulating through our planet that each person on Earth could be a billionaire. That's crazy, right? Each person on Earth could be a billionaire. So myth number 2 is people think that while social media, now let me clear this out. Social media is the most cost-effective way to get your content in front of a highly targeted audience, all right? Especially if you know who you want to get in front of, all right? If you're specific on that, highly cost-effective, okay? But not free, okay? Most people that have any time in this industry, or any industry for that matter, where they really want to make money, they understand that if I part with money, I can always get it back. If I part with time, I'll never get it back. You'll never get time back. So think, how do you want to spend your time? Think, what's the best use of your time? These are some good questions you can ask yourself to debunk a lot of the social media myths out there and really change up how you do your business over the next 12, 13 months here, okay? So when you're thinking about cost of social media, you need to take into consideration how much time does it take for me to create content, okay? For instance, it takes me 20 minutes to create this content. It's a 20 to 30 minute show. It takes me another 30 minutes to write the blog post. Honestly, I literally just copy the blog post to YouTube. People find me on YouTube, and I'm there to help them and get a bunch of leads, right? Honestly, it's that simple. It's really that simple. So, newsflash, I just gave away my entire background here. All right, take one video, I record it for YouTube, I put it on YouTube, I write a small blog post around it, and boom, there it is. All right, there you go. Now, another question you can ask yourself: how much time does it take to publish or monitor the content? Okay. That's another good question. If you got to decide how much time it takes to actually publish it and monitor the content, all right? How much time does it take to execute the advertising and the promoting of your content, all right? This all comes into play. So from my experience, I see a lot of people that put a lot of time and money into their SEO, right? But sometimes they lack, especially with traditional business owners, they want to put so much money into SEO and then they put social media on the back burner, right? Or even a lot of us, we don't treat social media like the powerhouse that it is, all right? And I think I'm saying this from a place where I really want to. You may think, I post on social media every day. No, I'm truly getting to a place where I'm telling you, treat social media like a powerhouse that it is, okay? Here's the point I want to make, all right? If you were putting your message on social media as if it were Fox or CNN or whatever huge TV network, a lot of you wouldn't do the same thing you do on a daily basis. Would you agree with that? All right, would you agree that if the same message that you put on social media were on Fox, on CNN, on whatever, NBC, ABC, these huge networks, right, ESPN, you would change up how you do your message, all right? Now, some of you wouldn't, right? Some of you might say, no, I wouldn't. I'm cool. I could do the same message. Me, I'm the same way, right? If this show that we're doing right now was broadcast live all across the world, I wouldn't change a thing, okay? I wouldn't change a thing. But ask yourself that question when it comes to how you do social media, okay? how you do social media. Myth number 3. So if you just tuned in with me, you may want to rewind it, or just always just hop on my blog if you want to check this out. It'll be published tomorrow, all right? So make sure to hop on my blog, ryanmcmorris.com / blog, and you'll get all these for free, okay? So considering, let's see, number 3, right? If you missed the first 2, it's not a magic pill, all right? Social media is not a magic pill. Number 2, it's definitely not free. You got to pick whether or not you want to do time or money. I love when I give people brilliant ideas. I love it. Awesome. You have to share that with me, and I'll take my 20%. I'm just kidding. All right. So some people, I'm gonna give a shout out to one of my small business clients, and I remember being in his shop, and he was just like, "Man, I don't like social media. I don't like messing with it." Right? And I'll say, "Hey, man, it doesn't really. No one ever said you had to like social media. Okay? If you're a business owner, I was the same way. I didn't like Facebook. I was never a big fan of social media. I always thought it was a waste of time." But as a business owner, you got to understand your resources and your tools. So a lot of people, myth number 3 is people think social media is, the future. I mean, social media is now, okay? It has forever changed the way we communicate, and it's not going away, okay? So you either embrace it or you don't, all right? Consider the amount of usage and impression social media gets. Think about it. Think about the messages and what you can do with social media now. It's really just, it's insane. So don't think it's the future. It's now. Okay. Even if you're semi-resistant to social media, don't think it's just for millennials. You're doing your brand a huge disservice by not jumping in and giving it your all. Not just giving it a shot, giving it your all. Even if your direct target audience doesn't currently consider themselves, social media users. If you're in the baby boomers, understand that, guys, their kids are on social media. The people that influence what they do, they're on social media, all right? There's a crop of people growing who's they're always using these platforms. Businesses are starting to use these platforms. So understand that it's not the future, it's now. You've got to understand your place on social media, and you've got to claim your piece of social media real estate. All right? That's number 3, okay? Here's number 4. I like number 4. This was a special one for me. I really wanted to. I was actually going to write a complete blog post about this, but we'll just talk about it now, all right? Number 4 of the 5 myths that you're going to have to understand about social media going into the new year. You've got to focus on strategy more than tactics, okay? So actually the myth, let me say that again. The myth is actually people think that tactics are going to get them long-term results over strategy. It's the opposite, okay? So you can write that down. Somebody put that in there because I may have said it wrong, or not, maybe not the easiest way. Remember, strategy over tactics, not tactics over strategy, all right? So strategy over tactics, all right? The fun part when it comes to social media marketing for most people is actually interacting with people. They love it. People love interacting, all right? But tactics without strategy are a waste of time and money, all right? You can learn all the tactics that you want unless you learn the foundation of strategy, all right? So again, if you want to learn the foundation, the strategy part of social media, you've got to go through this online authority bootcamp, all right? I set this up so it could be a long-standing deal for people so they could learn the strategy. And as tactics change over years and months, days often, all right, you'll understand that if you have this foundation and you have the strategy, then you can always change the tactics and start getting phenomenal results. Even when Google changes up something, even when Facebook changes up something, they moved, I know people that don't even know where the friend request button is because Facebook changed it, right? They just do stuff, right? They do stuff. Remember, you don't own social media. Nobody can say, hey, Mark Zuckerberg, really not a big fan of what you guys did with the friend request button. It's completely gone now. And could you just move that back? Thanks, Mark. You're the best. I don't care what anybody says, man. You're the best because you're awesome. You're awesome, Mark. I mean, I know people call you Zuckerberg, but I like Zuckerberg. It's a good ring to it. It's a really good ring to it. I like it. All right. Hey, guess what? Ask yourself, Do you know the difference between strategy and tactics? Okay, strategy is the overall campaign plan, while tactics are the actions used in that campaign plan. So most people are just concentrating on these tactics, but they actually don't have an overall campaign plan. All right, they actually don't have this foundation. So again, if you are looking at yourself and saying, I don't have that, my social media does not have that, then you need to hop on toponlinebootcamp.com right now so you can go get it. And then, so when tactics change or you learn new tactics or whatever the case may be, you've got your foundation and you've got your marketing strategy, okay? Tactics without strategy will always fail, all right? Repeat that. I'm telling you, right now, repeat it so you learn it, so you can type it, so you know it, so you remember it. Tactics without strategy will always fail, okay? In thinking about strategy, okay, it's always important to consider which tactics are important and which are nice to have, okay? Start with your goals, 1, okay? Define your strategy, number 2. Remember, again, how am I going to grow my audience? How am I going to engage with them? And how am I going to sell to them? Then figure out how you're going to get there. Most people are doing tactics first. They're just trying to figure out how. Show me. And there's no strategy there, okay? Tactics come after strategy, okay? Number 5, all the myths. You got to start rethinking how you do relationships, okay? Social media marketing and social media marketers and online marketers and people that are looking to take their business online and utilize the power of social media generally fall into 2 different categories: idealists and realists, okay? They got this weird, messed up thing that's going through their head. Idealists will preach that brands need to build relationships directly with users on social media to have success to marketing them, okay? You don't have to always build a relationship directly, okay? Realists know that relationships are important. However, there's no individual person turns to a brand for emotional support, okay? All right, you need to rethink how you do relationships online. When you rethink how you're doing relationships online, understand that you're building a relationship. There's something I learned from one of my mentors, Peter Montoya. He's like the brand master. He does brand training for huge companies. What was it called? The Forbes 100 list or something like that. I mean, he is the brand guy. I mean, Peter Montoya is the man. All right. He used to always say something. Everything communicates. Everything communicates. And what he means by that is every little thing you do is communication. Okay? So rethink how you do relationships, how you do your Facebook Live. How you do that affects how you build a relationship, how you write your blog posts. That affects how you do your relationship. How you text people, how you call people, how you show up on your webinars. This all depends on how you do relationships. So think to yourself, how can I get better at doing relationships? So take these 5 things, guys. Take these 5 things and understand that when you can master these 5 things and then turn those things into how you think about and how you take actions through your social media, then you'll really crush it. So again, if you want to get a good foundation on this, make sure to head over to toponlinebootcamp.com or just go to my website, ryanmcmorris.com, and what you'll see is a cool ebook. You'll see some cool giveaways to help you in your social media. All right, guys. So